Alright, today we're going to do an end-to-end video on our favorite dessert on the Big Green Egg, which is smoked apple cobbler. If you like peach cobbler, you can substitute the apples for peaches, but we prefer apple cobbler around here, so this is what we do. So it's really easy. The prep for this is only about an hour, but essentially what you do is you take 8 to 10 apples and cut them in chunks about like this. And then you get a big gallon Ziploc bag like this, and you can look at the recipe below. But essentially it's, you know, your apples, sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon juice, cornstarch, some vanilla extract, and then that's really the key. If you can find bourbon vanilla extract, that's just a little bit better, adds a little bit more flavor. But essentially all you do is take all those ingredients, cut up your apples, put it in a big gallon Ziploc bag like this, and you just mix it up. That lemon juice is going to help break down the apples a little bit more, but essentially you're just going to let that kind of roll it over every couple minutes for about an hour. If you've got longer, go for it. You can do it up to even overnight if you want to, but at least an hour. Let those flavors get in there, and then get your green egg ready. And I'll show you what we're doing here. But get it. You're gonna basically do the baking configuration, but we're gonna add a twist. We're gonna add some smoke to it. So you want to start getting your egg hot. Get it to about 325 to 350 degrees. Okay, so the Big Green Egg's at about 325 degrees, so it's heating up. And this cobbler's been, these apples have been marinating. So all you can do is get a deep dish pan like this. Get about a teaspoon or tablespoon of butter, put it in there. It'll just help the flavor in the long run. All you're going to do is pour that in there, and you'll notice a lot more juice now because the juices of those apples will come out with that. Basically, you're going to want to just even this out, and then that's going to be ready to put on the grill. Alright, so the grill, that charcoal is about 325 now, and this step is going to be what's going to differentiate this apple cobbler than any other one you've had. So I've got these little small chunks of cherry wood. You could use cherry or apple wood, either one. I haven't noticed much difference in the flavor, but cherry wood, I soaked these for about 30 minutes before draining the water. I'm just going to sprinkle these on top because you don't need a ton of smoke, and it's not going to be on there that long. It's only going to be on there for you know, 20 minutes. So you want to put that on there. You want to generate a good smoke, and you're going to put the baking configuration in there, which is odd when you're smoking on the Big Green Egg, but it's odd having smoked apple cobbler as well. So that's the baking configuration. Now it's going to put those apples on there, just like that. And I'm going to come out here and I'm going to mix them up about every 5 minutes, get that butter, get the juices going. You don't want to cook the apples fully because you're going to put it back on for longer without smoke. Once you put the topping on, but you want to get them just a little bit softer. So you're going to do it about 325, 350 for about 20 minutes, and you want to get that good smoke flavor in there. Alright, so you just want to keep coming out here, and you should have plenty of smoke. And come out every couple minutes. The butter's not even melted yet, so we got a ways to go here, but got tons of smoke. Come ahead and stir around a little bit until they feel pretty soft. All right, it's been about 20 minutes, and you can see those are nice and golden brown now. So what I'm going to do is take these off. And you want that grill to get around 425. So what you're going to want to do now is, if you've got more wood left in there, either take it out or get it burned up, so you stop the smoke. You're going to take this off and keep the baking configuration and start raising that heat temperature up to about 425, and you're going to bake it for about 30 minutes at 425, but we'll go do the last setting on the apple cobbler now. Alright, so that grill's at 425. So the next step in here is you want to make this mixture, and the recipe is below, but essentially it's baking soda, sugar, brown sugar, flour, a little more vanilla extract, and some other things. You just want to blend that up to a nice texture. You add some butter to it at the end and some boiling water, and it lets you get that texture. But basically, you know, cobbler, you're not going to coat the whole thing. You're basically going to glop it on there. That's what, you know, true cobbler is. So you're basically gonna just kind of dot this with big clumps of that, and it's gonna spread out and ooze down in there. You know, it makes every bite just a little unique. If you want to, I guess you could really coat this on there, but you know, the definition of cobbler is glops like this, so that'll spread out and you'll have a nice texture throughout almost every bite of that. And then the last step is to get just regular sugar and cinnamon, 3-to-1 ratio of sugar to cinnamon. You're just going to want to spread it all around there. After this is done, we're going to put it back on the egg on the baking configuration. No smoking this time. Just baking. No more smoke. You don't want to smoke that batter we just put in there. It's gonna add too much smoke to the flavor. But as it is right now, it's a little smoke and a little sweet. And we're going to put it back in there at 425 for 30 minutes, or until you know, this is golden brown. But you'll see when it's done. But usually it goes about 30 minutes. All right, so it's been about 35 minutes. Took a little longer for me this time, and that's how it looks. So I'm going to take this off and let it rest for about 15 minutes. Let those juices get back down at the bottom of the dish and soak into the apples. But one good test you can tell with the filling to see if it's done. Put a toothpick in there. If it sticks, then it needs to go longer. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So you can see there it comes out very easily. So let that rest and then spoon it out and dish it with some vanilla ice cream.